Welcome back to healthcare segment by a consumer's doctor on the behalf of Foremost Organization, folks. Today, I'm going to share my screen and talk about, yesterday we spoke about hypertension. The information, what I'm going to provide, the way you can look at it, and also this is a part of the segment, the healthcare. The technologies and consumer side, folks. Healthcare is not only personalized. As a matter of fact, I was trying to get how you can promote this health is wealth concept. So I was able to get a domain. Health is wealth is already taken. So I'm just going to go to health gives wealth. How about that? I have a domain called health gives wealth. And I also have health is platinum, HIP. HIP is going to my common platform. I'm going to talk about healthcare issues. This is a segment related to healthcare. Healthcare is platinum, folks. Yes, healthcare is personalized and healthcare is platinum. This is what I'm going to be doing on a regular basis, educate on health and how you can keep track of, keep healthy and makes you rich and makes you independent and it makes you be free from all these bills. So let's recap what we said about yesterday about hypertension. Hypertension is basically pressure on the blood vessel, blood vessel in a sense. So heart is a pump. I want you guys to understand, heart is a pump. It contracts, it relaxes, contracts, relaxes. It's like a pump. Every time it's contracting, is pushing, squeezing the blood from your heart into your other organs. That gives you a systolic pressure. That gives you a systolic pressure. When heart is relaxed, blood flows back into your heart. So that's when it gives you diastolic pressure. Systolic and diastolic. Now, again, this is a recap from yesterday. We went through all this, but today I'm going to show you how to look for information on your mobile phone. Forget about computers. Even though I'm presenting from my laptop, but you can see everything on your mobile. Your information is knowledge. I'm telling you, information is not only, it gives, information is knowledge, and knowledge gives you the tools what you need. Okay, so let's talk about your systolic and diastolic pressure, and we know what now we know about systolic and diastolic. Systolic normally goes by your age. You need to, if you're 60-year-old up to 160, it's a little high, but normally systolic is it goes by your age, because as you age, your vessels get harder. When your vessels get harder, there's a little more pressure on your vessels. So systolic pressure normally goes by your age, whereas diastolic is the one which is very important, because diastolic is the one when heart is relaxed, pump is flowing back into the blood, but there is still residual pressure on your vessels. That's where whenever there's too much volume inside your body, the diastolic pressure is the one which you need to be concerned about. Okay, coming back to the fundamentals of how you can use the information. Here I am on Google. Okay, I'm sharing my screen with you, and I'll give you the things what they say. What are the main causes of hypertension? I'm just getting to know, what basically it's simple to find out. They say there are a number of factors: obesity, insulin resistance from diabetes, high alcohol intake. This is already there, folks. I'm trying to give you the tools what you need to find out exactly when you have a high blood pressure. The reason I'm focusing on high blood pressure, it is it is it's a number one cause for most of the problems related to the heart, your brain, your kidneys. So hypertension is so critical. So what raises your blood pressure? What are the causes for rising blood pressure? Obesity, insulin resistance, high alcohol intake, high salt intake, aging, as I said earlier, aging, sedentary lifestyle. This we already went through this. Stress, low potassium intake. Bananas, we talked about yesterday. Bananas has rich in potassium. So if you eat bananas, also it helps you lowering your blood. And low calcium intake. That also, when you have a low calcium intake, your blood pressure goes up. So these are the things we talked about yesterday. And now I'm sharing the screen what we went through yesterday. And it's not like anything new, but I want you to guys to take care of your own health through the tools what you have. I hope you're getting my point. So what is it? What is it? What are the symptoms of hypertension? What are the symptoms? Let's look at it. We have mentioned again yesterday, severe headaches, nosebleeds. I'm repeating this because yesterday I did not record the podcast. So I'm recording today. So I also have a podcast on Spotify and podcasts. So you can listen to the podcast while you're doing exercise. This gives you some information, what you need. But you can also visually see what I'm trying to do and share how to gather the information. So what are the symptoms? Headache, fatigue, visual problems, chest pain, difficulty breathing, irregular heartbeat, and blood in the urine. Many of things people tend to ignore it, but the blood pressure, rise in blood pressure can cause one of those symptoms. These are common symptoms, but again, nosebleed it's a lot of people tend to ignore that. And my mother had a nosebleed. She just ignored it. She thought it was natural, but you cannot, and even fatigue and confusion. A lot of people ignore that. They think, oh, stress and all that. Stress can raise your blood pressure too. And it can cause visual problems. So breathing, indirectly, it affects your heart. So it makes your breathing difficult. So whenever when your blood pressure is high, your heart has to work doubly hard. The heart has to pump against the high blood pressure. Especially when your pressure is high, heart has to work under a lot of stress. So that, as a result, backs up blood into the lungs and makes you hard to breathe. So those are the symptoms you need to look at. And what is the difference? These are the common questions folks ask. Let's find out what are the symptoms. Primary essential, what is the difference between primary and secondary hypertension? A lot of people, even for me, it is something which I would like to learn. So I'm learning along with you guys. I'm a physician, but I'm not an internist. I'm not into this medical issues. I'm mostly have been practicing urology, but let's learn both these things together. Primary hypertension is diagnosed in the absence of any identifiable cause. If there's no other cause, then you have to consider it as it. There are a lot of other causes you can give the reason for the hypertension. But if you don't find any cause, that's considered as a primary hypertension. That's all related to the aging process, folks. There's no other there's no other medical condition. Whereas secondary hypertension, there are some hormones released from the one of the organs called adrenal cortex. It makes you retain salt, your blood pressure goes up. There are a lot of secondary causes which can cause secondary hypertension. There's 5 to 10% of them are secondary. Can the essential hypertension be reversed? Unfortunately, there's no cure, okay? Hypertension, there's no cure, but you can take steps to manage it without medications, folks, without medication, without going to, this is where you save money, man. This is where you learn what to do. You learn what you can do. Simple habits. There are 7 ways to lower your blood pressure naturally. How about that? There are 7 without going to seeing a doctor. Exercise lowers the blood pressure. What are the other 7 ways of lowering the blood pressure? We talked about hypertension. So this is where we were. So when you look at it, these are the things you can see it on your mobile phone. We talked about the symptoms. We talked about causes of hypertension. We were talking about hypertension is not curable. We did mention about that. And we talked about what are the risk factors for the essential hypertension? What are the risk factors? What are those risks which can cause for you to raise your blood pressure? Age, back down, stop growing old. You need to stay young. Aging, because your vessels are hardening, your pressure goes up. The heart has to work hard. As you age, your vessels get harder, heart has to work hard. That's where your blood pressure goes. That's where your systolic blood pressure goes up. Your race, African Americans have a higher instance of hypertension. That is genetic, it is inherent. So people, African Americans have higher instance of hypertension and strokes. So that is something you guys need to understand. Most of these folks, they need to get it. They think it's all related to, it has nothing to do with stress. It's inherent among the Black folks. So they need to watch on blood pressure. Get a self-monitored blood pressure, folks. It's easy. While you're watching news, reading a paper, put your cuff around it and play with your phone, and it gives you the blood pressure. It's as simple. And it's not expensive, folks. You can get your own self-monitor. Nowadays, it's available. Digital blood pressure, you can use a cuff and get your blood pressure. Then the family history. It's very important. Family history of hypertension. My mother used to be having a high blood pressure, so now I have a high blood pressure, but I watch it. I take care of it myself. I don't want to go and, get and spend money on the doctors. If I can take care of myself, yes, I would do that. And not being physically active, overweight does that. Overweight is a big problem out there, in US. We need to watch, most of these weight issues are related not only to the diet, sedentary lifestyle, and mental health, folks. A lot of people have depression and they invariably just keep on. That's one of the leading causes of overweight, depression. And we need to, now the mental health is considered as a physical health. People, especially in the lower income folks, when they're not active, they're couch potatoes, sit in front of the TV all the time, watching TV, that can raise your blood pressure. You can do exercise while watching TV, not being sedentary. That saves money. That saves you watch your blood pressure, you watch your weight. And tobacco. And I think we have done a good job at reducing the ingestion of, especially smoking tobacco in this country compared to Europe, in China, and still is very prevalent. But US done an incredible. I remember the days when Clinton was the president, he went after the tobacco industry. I remember very well. Bill Clinton really did a good job of making awareness of smoking, and they have cut down and they have now special rules and special, people who smoke, they should not be giving a second-hand smoking, things like that. So that awareness really brought up and made aware. And so people have really cut down smoking tremendous, especially still the youngsters, they do it for fun, but they need to be careful. Salt intake. Salt intake is very critical. You need to watch your salt in your diet. And potassium, you need to watch, if you have low in potassium, low in calcium, can raise your blood pressure. This I'm learning to know because I was not aware of the calcium. I have, as a matter of fact, my calcium is a little above normal, so I should be okay. But calcium injection, lower calcium can raise your blood pressure. Can you live a long life with a blood pressure? Can you live? It's a simple answer. If you left untreated, your blood pressure obviously will go back to 180 or 120, which is considered as a higher. There's a higher, mid-range, and the lower range. So when you have a 180 or 120, it is in the higher range. And they're prone for the strokes, they're prone for heart problems, they're prone for kidney problems, and the untreated hypertension can lead to kidney problems. They can go into renal failure. These are the things we need to be proactive about. I'm going to be sharing whatever it is. Let's share this information and educate ourselves. This is what I want to do. This is the healthcare segment, folks. I can keep on harping on the healthcare point of view, which comes back to what is HIP. Health is platinum. Health gives wealth. I have the domains. Now I own the domains. I want to give this education. So health is platinum, folks. Another abbreviation for HIP is health is personalized. Yes. Insurance, personalized insurance. Health is personalized insurance. Yes. Health insurance is personalized. This is HIP. What else we need to, we know that there's a high blood pressure is considered 180 over 120. There's moderate. And in 80% of the folks, when you have 180 over 20, there's death within 1 year, folks. This is when you have a high blood pressure. So prolonged high blood pressure can lead to heart attack, stroke, blindness, and kidney problems, as I mentioned earlier. And what is the best, a lot of people want to know, what is the best drink to lower your blood pressure? These are the things I want to know. Tomato juice, beet juice, prune juice, pomegranate juice, berry juice, skim milk. Stop drinking that Coke, man. Coke. Water is as good as all these juices. Don't overdo it, but water is as good as hydration, lowers your blood pressure. Tea is good for you. I love having tea. Tea is good for you. It lowers your blood pressure. So these are the simple things, folks. You need to know how to lower the blood pressure by natural means. And what else do you want to know? How I cured my blood pressure naturally. Again, these are repetition of the same things. I lost some weight, exercise regularly, eat healthy diet, so reduce the salt and cut down the alcohol, quit smoking, cut back on coffee, and reduce my stress. Yes, these are the things you can see it right on your mobile phone, man. Watch it. I'm sure hypertension is such an important topic. And I'm learning with you guys. Is there any safe exercise with high blood pressure? Okay, what are those? It is safe to exercise if you are at risk of high blood pressure, previously called pre-hypertension. Regular exercise can help you. Exercise is not bad for you. If you have a mild hypertension, exercise is good for you. A lot of people say, oh, if I have a hypertension, do I make it worse by exercise? No. Even aspirin lowers your blood pressure, man. Baby aspirin. We talked about it yesterday. And walking, simple walking, folks, will lower your blood pressure. Can I lower my blood pressure in 3 days? Many people can lower it, blood pressure in 3 days to 3 weeks, depending on how they were. So first thing is first. First, you need to consider your age. Then you need to look at your lifestyle and watch your blood pressure, which is a very common. After the age of 40, I would recommend everybody to watch them. At least check it once a week, whenever you're not doing it, just check your own blood pressure. It is a simple thing to do. It keeps you, it's like having an apple, it keeps you away from the doctor. Check your blood pressure, keeps you away from the doctor. You can lower your bills, save money. And I will be talking about how to save money in health, man. This is my goal. This is my lifetime goal. As a representative of Foremost Organization, my goal is to educate you like this, what we are doing now, because it's right at your fingertips, man. Just look for it. And these are the things which are already there. It's not like it's in the sky. It is right at your fingertips on your mobile phone. I hope my podcast also is giving the same information. But if you're on the YouTube, you can see the websites, what I'm doing. You can go to different websites and Google it. It's same thing like what I'm doing now, as I see it. So I hope you're learning something, man. I hope you guys, I love you guys. I love you guys. I want to interact with you. I'm trying to learn how to interact. So slowly we will get there one of these days, but this is my lifetime passion. HIP. What is HIP? Health is platinum. It's better than gold. Health is platinum. Health is insurance, is personalized. HIP stands for health insurance personalized. HIP stands for health is platinum. Yes, let's do it. Keep on harping till the day I die. I'm telling you, I'm not kidding. This is my lifetime goal on the behalf of the Foremost Organization. I'm not sure what my kids are going to do, but I'm going to do it. This is my Foremost Organization would like to achieve a lot of things. So we are right in the initials. We do give scholarships on a regular basis to the vocational scholars. My goal to make the Foremost Organization like a Kaiser. If I can do that, I'm a happy camper, man. I'm a happy camper. I would like to see Foremost Organization achieve the goals as a Kaiser model. I hope I can do it. I don't know, but we'll see. Yesterday I had a nice had interaction with the Google for nonprofits. That was good. I really liked it. And I want to be active. I want to raise the funds. This is what a Foremost Organization as a nonprofit, we want to raise the funds. I have not set up anything so far, how people can contribute, but I'll look into it, how people can contribute into Foremost Organization. My goal is people to have healthcare access for all Americans, irrespective of especially the people who need the most. We can't ignore the fact people need healthcare, and we are neglecting by putting aside into the Medicaid, Medi-Cal. We are not giving them the right care. I want to personalize healthcare, especially for the lower income folks. This is my goal. Thank you all. Thank you for listening. Thank you for my my. You guys have been a lot of been patient, but I'll be happy with the day when I see some comments from the uh, from this streaming and live chats, and I will be going live through this Zoom or Google Meet. So hopefully we'll get there one of these days. And I love you all. I salute you. And as Ronald Reagan said, I will never forget Ronald Reagan. He's the one who made me change my thinking that America will be a shining city all over again as long government stays off of our backs. Government is a problem, folks. It's not Americans, it's not people. Government is a problem. They need to give solutions, not handouts. We don't want any handouts, folks. We want, this, they have destroyed the societies, these handouts, welfare. They have destroyed the entire African American race by giving these welfares. They have become drug addicts. Let's focus on total freedom in healthcare, man. Whatever happens in, I don't care what they do, but I'm telling you, this is the way to go. We want total freedom in healthcare. Thank you. Goodbye.